Hello, everyone, Book Creator community. I am Katie, the Education Content Manager here at Book Creator, and I have a very special guest with me today, Shannon McClintock Miller, the world famous Future Ready Librarian leader. And so we are super excited to talk today about how Book Creator can support you as a librarian in your practice. And Shannon's going to share some great ideas. But Shannon, welcome. How are you
Thank
today?
you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, so you were just at AASL
Yep.
in St. Louis. Tell us about it. What were some highlights?
Oh gosh, it was a great week together. Probably one of my biggest highlights, besides bringing my sister with me, was we rolled out the revised Future Ready Librarians framework, the 3.0 version. I have it right here. I ran it off and have it all ready to put up in my library. And there were quite a few exciting changes that we added, and it was just really fun to be able to share and celebrate that with everyone, along with the updates to the ASL standards too. So it was an exciting week.
What were some of the big changes to the framework that librarians will want to know about?
Yeah, so one of I think the most exciting changes is that instead of just literacy, we now have literacies. And so that includes our media and news and digital, AI literacy, all the things that we can really think about and work, with our teachers and with our students. And also just adding at the top, we added protecting the freedom to read. And that was really important for us to be able to just ensure that our librarians are advocating for our kids to have diverse and inclusive and amazing collections. And that was something that was really important and essential for us to be able to add to that. And then also just adding things about AI, not only adding that around our literacies, but also under our data and privacy, making sure that we're always promoting the ethical use of AI and helping our teachers and our students and even our families understand what that means for our kids.
Awesome. So if you want to access and see all of these updates, you can head to All for Ed, the Future Ready Librarian Hub, and download it. So you'll see on the site a place to download the framework, get the latest framework. But we also have something in a way that you can see the framework too. I know we're going to share a few ways that we think that Book Creator just really supports libraries today. So we have this library called Books Librarians Love, and we're going to kind of work through it today. Shannon and I have some ideas. And so the first one really dives into that updated framework. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I'm so excited about this. And one thing that's really important for us to do is to advocate for our role as teacher librarians. And we have created this amazing book in Book Creator that you can use as your annual report, your little scrapbook and place to keep all of the things that you do. And the edges of the wedge that we have added are also in this book. And so it's a great place to keep your goals, evidence. You could add pictures, just so many things, and then be able to share this with your administrators. And I'm going to my school board to speak to them in November. And I use the Future Ready Librarian framework for my professional development plan. And so this will be part of what I show them too, because I'm excited to bring the new framework with me and just to highlight these things that I'm doing. And so I'm really looking forward to using this year. And it's exciting because all of you can use it too. And so I love that because I think this will be a great advocacy piece and just something to really celebrate and to focus our work on what we need to do as librarians.
Yeah, I was really excited about making this annual report. We collaborated on this. That was really fun. And if you've never remixed a book in Book Creator, you'll see in the link I shared in the chat, all you have to click is remix, select the library that you want to remix it to, and make a copy. And then it's all yours to edit and add all those artifacts through the year of the great work that you're doing in your library.
It's really going to be fun. And I can't wait to share this like when I go to conferences or school districts, and then to see like so many librarians always show me like goals, if it's a sheet that they're using or something they're writing on, and to be able to have this where we can actually make a book, I think is going to be really cool to be able to share together too. So I hope everybody does this. It will be fun.
Yeah, I love a portfolio. I love making them for myself and documenting my own growth. And so if I was a librarian, I would just totally jump into this.
Yes.
All right, number 2, we're going to jump into those multiple literacies. And we're going to start talking and showing some resources that we've made here in Book Creators for those. So we're thinking about digital literacy, AI literacy, media literacy. We release a lot of books with our back to school campaign that support these things. So we have our digital norms notebook. And again, all you have to do is remix this book. And this one really focuses on those ISTE standards around digital citizenship and giving you as a teacher or you as a librarian the opportunity to kind of establish those norms within your library or within your whole school. And we have one for elementary and one for secondary. And then we have some resources around AI literacy. And then most recently, Shannon and I collaborated on some books for New York State. You want to talk about those?
Yes, sure. Yeah, these are so neat because there are 4 of them, and they are focused around what New York State uses and their standards. And it's really cool to see. And you could pull out different things, even though they're for New York. These are all things that we do. And it's nice in Book Creator because once you remix it and make a copy, you could even use the pages that you want to. It might spark some ideas. I love the, way like that I wonder or background knowledge, whatever it might be, really helpful for supporting all these different literacies and to be able to collaborate with our teachers too. So I love these. I actually was showing them to our teachers yesterday because we were doing some collaborating in 4th grade and how we were hitting some of our writing standards. And so I love that they're all in one place that you can pull from too.
Yeah, it is really, really great. And we're going to be adding more of those later this fall. So keep an eye out for those to be growing.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. All right, literacy in the library. I mean, what is a library without books and without literacy, right? What do you do in your library for literacy, Shannon?
Oh my gosh. I mean, so many things, but one thing that I love being able to, we do a lot of things around like ebooks, and we have a great collection of ebooks that our kids use in school, but also in public libraries. And it was exciting when, last summer for summer reading, that we were able to use like those Sora or Epic books for our kids where they could keep track of what they were reading and do some fun things along, with at home in the summertime with what they were reading. So that was exciting, but you don't have to use them just in the summer. You can also use them. We use Epic. That's a huge thing at our school. And so take a peek at these and see what you can use too as you're using Epic. I think most schools probably use that. And I love we're getting ready for an author next week. And I love also just the things that are in Book Creator, these collaborations with authors and with the books. I mean, so fun to bring those to life. Yeah, these are great. I'm glad that you're going to bring these up.
Yeah, a librarian actually in Iowa, Beth Campbell, she made these. So she's been working with these authors to bring their books to life and to connect students with authors and understand what authorship is and how that could be a career forward for them and a path in life. And so it's really cool to like dive into this whole author's work and really go deep into an author's repertoire. So these are in here. And then I scrolled down earlier and showed if you are an Epic school, we have all these Cat Ninja books. All the kids love Cat Ninja. So definitely explore those.
Yeah, so fun.
All right, the next one, templates.
Templates are so as I collaborate, and this week I've had so many meetings with teachers, and being able to show the teachers templates that we can use within their classroom is great. But for us as librarians, a lot of times if we're in a fixed library time, we have a short amount of time to work with our kids. And so if it is finding something like this week, we have Digital Citizenship Week. So lots of lessons around that if you're doing it in your library, or like me when I'm doing it in the classroom. Also, things that we can show our teachers what to do. It's not just, I always say, don't just do digital literacy like this week. Make sure that that's something that you're spreading throughout the year. So I think it's great that these are available to them. And then I love the book reviews, or a place that kids can keep track of what they're reading. Maybe they're doing something. Our kids love these. Maybe they're doing something too where they're sharing it with their classmates, and our kids, they love finding these themselves too, because we have a lot of readers that love to keep track just for their own personal use. And so it's really great that we have all these different templates available.
Yeah, they're so good, and it's so easy, like I've been showing, to just go to the media tab, click templates, and then we just dropped, like she said, all those new digital citizenship ones.
So good.
Type digital citizenship. All of these are brand new. And then we also have a whole lot of AI ones that are new. So if you're doing stuff with AI, I personally love some of these that utilize our Adobe Express integration. So this is all about getting kids to think about, this one is visualizing science. So we want them to think about that scientific phenomena, and then come over here, use that external app, the AI image generator, and then have them describe that phenomena and see the image that comes up. So we have all different options, content related things with using this integration. And so definitely something to dive into. I know you're a big Adobe fan too, Shannon.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing some projects around Halloween and using the integration between Book Creator and Adobe. So we're excited about that. I love it.
Yeah. I'm also really excited about this digital identity one that we just made and released. It's like getting kids to think about who they want to be online, what their presence wants to be, and actually visualizing it and making it. I think kids need to do something like that rather than just write about it. Actually picturing themselves in a really visual way, I think is really fun.
I do too. I think they're great.
Yeah. So our last item is digital explorers. And if you hang out till the very end today, we are going to give away 3 sets of these books that Shannon's written, as well as a year of book creator. So hang in there a few more minutes today, and we will be giving away those prizes. Why don't you tell us, Shannon, about your books? Like, what inspired you to do these?
Well, the big inspiration around them was being a librarian myself. There isn't anything out there that supports like teaching our kids about the ISTE standards that we have for them as students. And so probably 8 years ago, I went to ISTE and pitched this idea of writing a series of books to support all 7 of the standards we have for our students. And so each one of the books, they're like an early chapter book, about 31, 32 pages, are focused around things like how we want to empower them as presenters, as digital citizens, as computational thinkers, like all the things that we have within those standards. And so there are 4 available right now, and there's 3 more coming out in January. But we have these amazing book creator books, reading companions that go along with each one of them. And so they support the activities in the book, but also I love how they take on like what the characters are doing and what they're about. And so it's really great to be able to use those with our books and then be able to share those with the kids. So I love them. Yeah, from vocabulary to questioning. And then, like I said, an activity where they can actually then create something like a presentation, or, how they're a digital citizen. This one's about coding. So fun. And it's really, I love how, as our kids, again, like our kids love being able to create books themselves. And so this is a way that they can just truly shine in what they're doing, but also learn about all these great things that we want our kids to take on to as digital citizens.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun making these on the book creator side, and we did want to give students a chance to like put into practice what they were reading about. And so, yeah, we have a little activity at the end. So this one, for instance, they're learning about online discourse, and they get to write their kind comments in response to what's going on here on social media. But we try to make them, they are for a younger audience. And so if you are working with littles, definitely dive into these books.
Yeah, they're great. I love them. We're doing them with our second graders tomorrow, so I can't wait. This will be the first time that we use them at our school too. So,
And even just this digital pledge and getting, having kids make what they're pledging and thinking about it as a group, that is really powerful. I love that one. And so you don't even have to have the whole book to do that. Like you could jump in if you don't have the books yet. And then
absolutely.
also animal presentation one, a lot of fun to go with Hagen's book.
Yeah, so good. I know. Kids love all these things, and they love, I think, being able to see themselves too as things that they do within their classrooms and at home. And so a really great thing.
And Michael has the books. I think he won them in our what was it? Our AI literacy week. I think he was our winner of the books.
Oh, I'm so glad.
There'll be 3 more winners today, which because we love to give a prize here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right. What else was at ASL that you want to shout out?
Oh gosh. I mean, I guess one thing I also want to say about like just librarians and our new framework and all the things we do is don't forget about like the Future Ready Librarian podcast. We're in season 11 right now, and we have so many great guests. I even though I'm the one that hosted, I still listen to them again when I walk. And so I always get so inspired. And just being able, to check out some of the things on there and take this to your administrators and use the things that we share today to just make your school shine. And so those are the things that I kind of have been thinking about lately, is what we can do and just advocate for us as librarians.
I think that's really, really important. And we're so glad you are here today sharing the new framework. I love that they've made the literacies piece wider and more encompassing, because that is really what our students, I think, in what's going on in 2025, it's really important that they are knowledgeable and understanding about what AI is and how it works, and what is AI, what's not AI, what's authentic, what's not authentic. Um, it's just another level on that media literacy piece.
Yeah, it's so important. And it's going to, I think, not only help librarians, but really support our teachers and our school districts too, and in getting what we need to be like sharing with our kids and teaching them these skills. And so it's going to become more and more important all the time.
Yeah, and we know that they go home and the kids go home and teach their parents and their grandparents.
They sure do, right? That's another thing the books are good for, is being able to check them out and take them home and read them with your families too.
Yeah, so I think librarians are really on that front line of community learning, and how important that role is in especially small communities.
Oh, I do too. I know this year our resource officer at school, first time this has ever happened, came to me and said, I want to be involved in teaching digital citizenship to our kids. And that was like a light bulb that went off in my head, because we do that with our public libraries. But think about how this collaboration just becomes more important, I think, to all of us all the time. And I love that.
I mean, I think back to when I was still in my high school working, and SRO, 90% of the problems were social media. They all track back to that. And so, yeah, I can see why he would really want to be involved there.
I know, that made me very happy. So that's what we'll be doing this week.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully you've gotten the QR code for the attendance, or the link that I put in the chat, or the link on the screen. Go fill that out, and that will enter you to win a set of Shannon's books. We're going to give away 3. and a year of book creator. And any last words, Shannon, for librarians this year?
No, just keep doing amazing things, and please feel free to reach out if you ever need anything, need support, or somebody to collaborate with. I'm always happy to help.
And if you registered for today's webinar, you will receive a link in the email tomorrow with all of these resources. So keep your eye out for that tomorrow. One last thing that I'm going to plug, let me get to it before I do, is our App Smash Bash coming up next week. So I'm going to put that in the chat. This is going to be our app smashing series. Let me get to it. Here we go. So you register once for this webinar series, and that will get you locked into all of them. We'll send you an email reminder, but we have some really great app smashes coming up with a lot of our friends, like our most recent big friend, Cami, who acquired us this fall. And so we're really excited to show how our two platforms work really well together and are, one now. We're one team. And then a lot of our other friends like Epic, Snorkel, Adobe, Brisk, ScreenPal, Wayground, WeVideo, Edpuzzle, Genially. I think I got them all now. We're going to be having weekly webinars with these people, so make sure to attend. I'll put that in the chat. Otherwise, we hope you have a good evening, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.
Katie, bye.